If you want to truly become that girl in 2025, welcome to your ultimate It Girl Masterclass on how you can create the perfect night routine. Regardless of if you are a student or if you are working, this night routine is going to help you glow up, become the best version of you, become that girl, and actually have joy and fulfillment into your nights again. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Up and Glow podcast. Hi girl, what's up? I am your host, Madison Haynes, your self-improvement glow up fairy godmother. And you already know the drill. I am not about the typical fluff. We're gonna get right into it so you can start becoming that girl and get a grasp on your night routine again right now. I know that doom scrolling is horrible for you. You keep coming and consuming content, trying to become that girl, trying to enter your self-improvement, self-development era, but then I catch you mindlessly scrolling through all hours of the day, staying up late at night, and doing what? Is it benefiting you? You know it's not. But girly, it is okay. We are all victims of this. We all doom scroll, but here's how you're going to cut that out to become that girl in 2025. Number one, go back to your 2025 goals that you set in January. What have you accomplished? Have you accomplished any of them? If your goal is to become the best version of yourself, you need to start acting like it. This starts with accountability. You need to be mindful of how you are spending your time. And yes, it is a good use of time to enjoy yourself, to go out into the world and do things for fun. Not everything always has to be about productivity, but there is a difference between using your time with intention to relax and recharge versus you just mindlessly scrolling. And in order to stop that, the first step you need to take is accountability and awareness. Start catching yourself before you go and you hit that doom scroll of like over an hour. Once you start and you recognize, ooh, is this the best use of my time? Question yourself. So number one, it is time that you stop saying, oh, I have to. You get to do it. You get to go to school. You get to show up to work every day. You get a paycheck for that. You get to live in a home that you love, that you get to decorate. You get to fuel your body. All of those things that you think are so mundane, that are causing you stress, are actually blessings. Because you don't have to do all that stuff. You can just choose to not go to the grocery store, to never clean your house, to never show up to school or work, but where would that get you? Nowhere. So it's time to start using your free will for the other activities that are holding you back in life. Yes, you could spend every single day after school or work coming home, ordering Uber Eats or eating some quick microwavable dish and watching TV and going on your phone throughout the whole evening. Or you can decide right here and right now to make use of your free will. And here's how. Stop making the weekdays feel mundane. You can have fun on weekdays. Assign a different theme to each day. You can do this on a Sunday so you already know what's prepped for the different days. For instance, you could say, on Monday, I'm going to have a self-care night and do it right, like a bubble bath, a face mask, a girly movie. Relax with intention. Tuesdays could be a social night. You could go out, do something with a friend, or you could go and FaceTime a friend and have a tea night. Wednesdays could be about learning. You could take an online class, you could paint. Thursdays could be all about movement, but in a different way. So deviating from your typical workout routine. It could be going to Zumba or just something that's super fun. Regardless of whatever you choose, if you choose a specific theme or something that you can dedicate time to enjoying, ensuring that you're having a good time every single day, this is going to make your life so much more enjoyable. You're going to feel so much more inspired, and feeling inspired and having dedicated time for rest will help you recharge so you can do the other activities that we're going to talk about today. If you haven't already started implementing the buffer hour, you need to get on this right now. The Harvard Business Review showed that our brains need a break between after work and then our personal time. This is especially true if you're someone who works from home. What does this mean? It means when you get home from work, don't just go thrust yourself into your own personal time or thrust yourself into a different task. Be mindful and give yourself at least a little bit of break so you can have that disconnect. You can have that shift in your mind. With that being said, this whole idea of like a power hour is just not realistic. And this podcast is all about helping you become that girl while also being a realistic girl who has a full schedule. So I'm not going to say, oh, for an hour, do whatever. No, you're not going to do that. I know you're not. But instead, just try something out for 20 minutes. You know, you get home from work, you get home from school, go on a 20-minute unplugged silent walk. I just made an entire episode dedicated to how you can start romanticizing your life and how that is going to help you become the best version of yourself. So I'm not going to get too deep into it. But if you are currently not romanticizing your life, you need to get on that. The difference between you living the life you are now and you living the life you see on Pinterest really just lies within you. You have things right now in your current possession that you can use to make every single thing you do in life right now more enjoyable. You don't need a fancy house. You don't need a giant bathroom. You don't need a million products. No, sometimes all you need to do is put on some jazz music, to light a candle, and to move with intention throughout your day. Every single thing, think, how can I make this more aesthetic, more prettier? How can I make this more enjoyable for me? That could go for your work days, or it could go for your drive home, or it could go from you lounging. Instead of lounging in an old, dirty, raggedy, baggy t-shirt, put on a cute matching set, light the candles, brush your hair. Don't just rush through your routines like skincare, like whatever. Romanticize them. A Harvard study on environmental psychology found that a cluttered space actually increases your cortisol, which is the stress hormone that everyone talks about trying to lower. They have the low cortisol, spiking morning routines, and all that stuff that essentially helps you just enjoy your life, feel less stressed, and that's supposed to help your health and your skin. But I know you're a busy girly and you don't have time every single night to dedicate to completely cleaning your entire space. So my biggest tip for you is to download the Fly Lady app. I've talked about this so many times on so many different podcasts. Essentially will give you checklists to make sure that your entire house is deep cleaned, but without having to spend hours upon hours every single night cleaning it. And always strive to leave every single room cleaner than you found it. So what does that mean? It means if you're going into your kitchen, just put one dish away. It doesn't have to be all of them, but just put one. You go into your bedroom, straighten that pillow or pick up that sock on the floor. Those little mindful things, if you train and condition your brain to just look for that and to put it away without even thinking about it, you'll be surprised how large of an impact that has over the whole course of a day. So you come home from school or work, you have that disconnect, that moment for mindfulness, that moment that you reminded yourself of, this is time for me. I don't have to work out. I don't have to cook dinner. I don't have to clean up. I get to take care of my space. I get to take care of my body. So now you're in the right mindset of how that girl, the best version of you, would think. Of course, now it's time to eat. Now, I'm not a dietitian, so I'm not going to give you dinner recipes or ideas, because at the end of the day, I think you should eat what your body needs and what you enjoy. And if you want to learn more about that stuff, utilize ChatGPT girly. I talk about her all the time. She really is that girl. But regardless, whatever you decide to cook for yourself, I just would recommend that you use whole foods, but don't just scarf your food down while watching TV mindlessly. Light that dinner candle, okay? Bring out cute dishes. Drink your water with ice from a wine glass. Treat your dinner as if you were going out to a restaurant. That same experience, it literally takes 2 extra minutes, but it will make the biggest difference. Now, I know that you probably have a standard go-to meal that's quick and easy for work nights. Am I wrong? It probably consists of a protein you can quickly throw into the air fryer, a vegetable, and then rice, mashed potatoes, whatever type of starch you're gonna eat. And yes, I get it. I'm not gonna tell you, make these beautiful home-cooked, super aesthetic meals every single night. No, that's expensive. And also it's very time consuming. But what you can do is just set a goal for once. It doesn't even have to be on a work night. Once a week to try a new recipe. Trying new things and switching things up makes you happier. It makes you feel better. If you keep complaining that every day feels the same and life is so mundane and the winter is so gloomy and boring and I am so sad, okay, what are you doing to solve that? That power lies within you to some extent. Yes, you can't control the weather, but you absolutely can control your daily routine. Try to think of different ways to add adventure into your everyday life. So after you come home from work or school, try and think of like a 5-minute adventure you could have. This could be as simple as going on a different route for your walk. And I know you have a route you like to go on all the time, and you probably don't deviate from it, because we as humans, we are creatures of habit. But try something new. Stop at a different coffee shop. Maybe go to a different grocery store. Get a change of scenery. You could even go and take this up a notch and do something that's fun, just like trying a new mini golf place or going to a new library in your area and reading a book. Dance through life. Don't mope through it. Would that girl, the best version of you, come home and complain, oh my God, I'm so busy all the time. Oh my gosh, I have never had time for myself. Oh my gosh, XYZ. Girl, when are you going to wake up and realize that you getting to work out, that you having to clean your house, that you having to do all of these things on your list, it's because you put them on your list. You don't have to do that, but you do because it's your priority to take care of yourself. They're self-inflicting. But at the end of the day, you put that on a list for a reason. They're a priority to you, okay? So start acting like it. Because you have 2 choices: to mope through life and feel sorry for yourself, but you have to do all of these things and be grumpy and miserable and let it ruin your day. Or you choose to see the positive side in things. You just don't schlep to the gym and wear whatever clothes you have to do and you like hate it the whole time. You put a cute hair bow in your hair. You wear a cute matching workout set. You feel like that girl. You come and you show up to every event on your to-do list as that girl. I promise you, the second you start showing up as your best self and put intention into the things that you are doing, your life is going to change. Move your body every single day in a way that feels fun or in a way that aligns with your personal fitness goals. For me, I go and run 3 times a week. I run twice 8 kilometers and then one 10 to 12K run because I'm training for a half marathon. But I also weight train because I know that's a priority for me. Now, whatever your priorities are in health and fitness wise, do that, okay? But switch it up. A lot of the time, you'll go to the gym, you have a workout routine or your machines that you're comfortable using, and then you just fall into the flow and you never deviate from that. But if you do that, not only is that not the best for you, because you really should be challenging different areas of your body, different muscles, and consistently like switching out the things you do so your body does not get used to it, but it's also just good for motivating you, keeping things interesting. Learn a new machine. Yes, I know it can be scary, but I promise you no one's judging you. Or if you're one of those people who struggle to work out in the first place, okay, start redefining what you view as working out. There was a study done a long time ago that essentially had 2 groups of women, and they told them, one group, hey, when you do your household chores, it's actually a great workout. And then the other one, they just didn't, and they let them be. Guess who lost more weight in 1 week? The people who thought, oh, me doing dishes, me doing household chores is gonna make me lose weight because it's like a workout. They acted differently. And the same can apply to your everyday life, okay? What is an activity that you don't absolutely hate doing? If you really can't show up to the gym, if you really can't go and work out, if you can't open a Pilates workout class on YouTube, okay, that's fine. I get it. Everyone has their different interests. But what interests you? This could be Zumba. This could be as simple as just going for a walk. This could be a yoga class. This could be rock climbing. This could be going to a trampoline park. I don't know. I don't care. Move your body and do it at least for 20 minutes every single day. With that being said, we've talked about the typical tasks you would do and how to become that girl throughout them. So like getting home, switching your mindset to become positive, to have a growth mindset, having a healthy meal and actually enjoying it, going to the gym, working out. Now that is the typical like that girl activities you would do on an evening, but we're not going to just stop there. We're going to go even further. Number 1, I want you to truly balance productivity, becoming that girl, and also enjoying relaxing, enjoying the life you're living. Because if you want to be the best version of you, she's not burnt out all the time. She's not crying because you're pushing her farther than she really needs to go. You're taking care of her. So implement a golden hour or a golden half hour every single evening. What is this? This is your dedicated time to relax, to refilling your cup, whatever that may be. It could be reading. It could be watching your favorite show. It could be doing whatever, coloring, painting, anything that fuels you. The only rules are during this golden hour, you can't have access to your phone, no mindless scrolling, no texting. You can't check your emails, you can't work at all. This is dedicated relaxation time. The secret to the perfect That Girl morning routine starts with the night routine. The Journal of Applied Psychology found that people who prep for the mornings the night before found to be 25% more productive. How can you do this? Set yourself up for success. You want to go to the gym? Okay, have less excuses for the next day. Pack your gym bag. Lay out your water bottle. Get it ready to go. Make a healthy lunch the night before. Make a salad, whatever you need, and have it ready in your fridge. You forget your lunch all the time, so then you use it as an excuse to buy your lunch. Okay, put a sticky note at the door saying, remember to bring lunch. Go into your to-do list, go into your daily planner and plan out your day for the next day. So when you wake up, there's no decision fatigue, being like, oh, what do I have to do? You know right before you go to bed the night before your exact layout and plan. I talk all the time about drop zones. Have a specific area of your home where you put everything you need. It could be your keys, it could be your shoes, it could be your wallet, whatever you need, your school bag, your work bag, to go wake up, flow within your morning routine. And then when you have to leave that door for work or school, you just grab everything and you go. Lay out a cute outfit, okay? You can dress good. I know you say, oh, I don't have time in the morning. Okay, but what about night? Go and enjoy it. Pick out a cute outfit for the next day the night before. Do your heatless curls so you wake up and your hair is already done. There's 2 versions of you, right? The girl who doesn't prep for the morning before and she wakes up late and then she's like, oh crap, how am I gonna get dressed and get ready? So she doesn't really. She quickly runs a brush through her hair, maybe throws it up in a super messy and not in a cute way ponytail, a random outfit. Oh darn, you don't have time to make lunch. I guess you're gonna be buying fast food. You forgot your laptop charger, your important assignment at home. So you start the morning feeling flustered, feeling chaotic, or you wake up You wake up early. You flow through your healthy habits and morning routine. You do your Duolingo, you gasha. You wake up and you have the healthy breakfast that you meal prepped the night before. You put on your really cute outfit that was laid out for you. You take out your heatless curls and they're beautiful. You put on a little bit of extra makeup because you have the extra time to do so. Then you grab all your bags that are already packed for you, your lunch from the fridge, and you have a great day. Going back to my very first point of this episode, which is assigning different themes for the day to enjoy the day or the evening, implementing a closing shift into your everyday evening routine will absolutely change your life, and here's how. It can be really overwhelming, having to do everything on your list, going to work, doing all the things you have to do after work, and you go and you beat yourself up because you have no idea how all of these other content creators that you see online have these perfectly clean houses and go to the gym and meal prep these amazing meals and always look good, and you're like, how do they stay afloat? Because I literally cannot. I am drowning. And then you feel like crap because your house is not as clean as you'd like it to be. And you find yourself constantly stressing out about it throughout your day or constantly nagging your partner. My fiance and I implemented the closing shift, and we've been doing this for about a week and a half, and it has transformed our night routine. What does this mean? I can take a break. It means, all those little things that I want to pick up, I want to do that are on my list, those little micro habits or those things I would be telling my fiance, can you do that? Can you do this? We go and do it in a 10-minute power session where we get up together and we clean. This helps us feel so much more connected because there's just something about you and your partner cleaning at the same time that just feels like supportive. It feels less daunting. And then right before you go to sleep, you have a clean space. So when you wake up the next morning, everything is clean. You feel so much better. Now I know what you might be thinking, 10 minutes is not enough time. I know, but obviously you're going to do the dishes after dinner. Obviously you're going to do the typical thing. You're going to leave each room cleaner than you found it. But the 10 minutes in addition to your typical activities that you would be doing and breaking them up this way, I find is so much nicer. That extra 10 minutes before you go to sleep, just doing that, if not anything, will drastically improve your life. Try a senses-based wind down routine. So everything's done, you came home from work, you did all your that girl habits, and now you're ready to really start relaxing. Put that red light therapy mask on, put on your cozy pajamas, get into your freshly clean bed with your freshly washed sheets. While you're doing this, think about the senses and how you can engage them. For instance, sight. How can you make your space feel and look more relaxing, okay? It could be candles, it could be blankets, it could just be hygge, which I talked about in the Romanticizing Your Life episode, which essentially is the Danish word for cozy, just making everything feel cozy. Putting on an ambiance on your TV. Scent. Spray a lavender essential oil mist in the air. Use aromatherapy. Bring out those essential oils that you bought tons of back in 2020 and now you really don't touch anymore. Sound. Play calming music. Touch. Change into soft, cozy satin loungewear. Put cream on your feet. Wear fuzzy socks. And taste. If you are the type of girl who struggles with her late night snacking, I am with you. The best tips I can tell you so far for quitting that late night snacking, and again, I want to be very clear, it's not because you're hungry, it's just because you're bored, is I do self-care things that would prevent me from eating, okay? So if I eat a full meal, I know I'm not going to be hungry in another hour, okay? It's just because I am bored and it's an unhealthy habit. So I'll do things like put on my red light therapy mask or put on a teeth whitening strip every single night because it does something, like I'm doing something, and it prevents me from just wanting to mindlessly eat while I watch TV at the end of the evening. Or try out some nice drinks. You could take a sparkling LaCroix and put it in a wine glass with ice, or you could drink a nice soothing tea. Spearmint tea is great, especially if you have hormonal acne. Now, you don't have to do this every single night, but get into the habit of writing a bucket list, things that you can do and pull from that are going to give you life, are going to make each week feel fun. Upgrade your sleeping rituals, okay? Don't go to bed in a cluttered room and you wake up and you just don't feel like the best version of you. Take the extra time to make your space enjoyable. Clean your bed sheets at least once a week. Make sure you're washing your pillowcases. It's good for your skin. I talk a lot about having a wind down time where you do all your healthy habits, but no matter what, clockwork, 9 o'clock hits, you stop everything. It does not matter if your to-do list is done or not. That is time for you, or time to start your golden hour. Once your golden hour starts, just make sure that you are not pulling out your phone because your phone robs you of your time. This is quite literally ruining your life. You start scrolling and all of a sudden 2.5 hours have passed by. You could have used those 2.5 hours to do way more productive, way more fulfilling things with your life. It can be hard at first, but once you really get yourself in the routine of I am putting my phone away, and by doing this, literally just set your alarm for the day before and plug it in and then just don't go back for it. And then you can enjoy, you can watch TV, you can do whatever you want. You just can't go back and mindlessly scroll. Do that, watch your life change. But the most important thing to truly get so much more enjoyment and life back out of your after school or work routine really lies with gratitude. And here's the thing, the more you're grateful for, I genuinely believe the more you attract in life. Because positive people attract positive people. Positive people attract positive energy. If you are negative, if you go through life moping, if you just complain, if you keep pretending and putting yourself out to be the victim, you will never get what you want in life. But the second you go and you say, I am so grateful for the life I have, I am so grateful for everything I have, to go and lay in bed and just visualize your life and how happy you are in it and how blessed you feel, and of course visualize the life that you want, it providing extra motivation for you to get up and tell yourself, this is why I want to wake up early, because I'm so blessed, because I'll do this, and because I'll feel this way. Positive things right before you sleep. This will help you so much. If you lay in bed and think, oh, I don't want to wake up tomorrow, I don't want to go to work or school, poor me, you're not going to wake up early. You're going to sleep in and you're going to be a miserable person. And miserable people, they're not hot. But you know what? If instead you lay in bed and think, I know today was a great day. I didn't achieve everything, but I learned a lot. I had fun. I'm proud of myself. And you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. because I know if I do that, I get to reward myself. So if I wake up at 6, I'm going to go and read a little bit of my book and drink my coffee before I start anything as a reward. And I'm so excited to get to do that. So if I do that and wake up early, I'll do this, get that reward, and then I'll have time to go for my morning workout, or I'll have more time to put into my hair and makeup, which will make me feel better throughout the day. And if I do that, I know I'm going to feel so good and have such a good day. And then if you go that route and you end the night with positivity, when you wake up, that will be so fresh in your mind still. And I can guarantee you the difference between the mopey self and your best self is going to wake up at 6, because your best self now knows what's in it for her to do that action. But if you keep telling yourself that there's no point to life, that every day is boring, that blah, 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 and you feel bad for yourself, nothing will ever change because you're creating nothing but excuses. But the second you stop making excuses, the second you give yourself a little bit of tough love while also having self-love, that is going to be what radically helps you glow up, what radically helps you become that girl. I can tell you, like, your comfort zone here, everything that you're making excuses for because you know it's uncomfortable if you step out of that, that is holding you back. And I understand that it can be difficult to hold yourself accountable, difficult to be honest with yourself, to look your flaws right in the face and try and change them. I understand that. And I'm not saying strive for perfection. You can never make a mistake. You can never sleep in. No. Okay, I sleep in. I have bad days. I have depressive episodes all of the time, and I had to pull myself out of them. But you know what the difference is? When I fall off, I don't blame myself and say, oh, I suck, I hate myself, there's no point in going on. No, I grieve, I allow myself to go through my emotions, I comfort myself, I adjust my routines, I sleep in more, I don't work out as much, and it's okay. I understand that is just the era I'm going through. But then, because I allow myself time to rest without feeling guilty, without beating myself up, I'm able to pull myself out of that slump way faster and then get back to my healthy that girl life and start feeling better again. And girly, you can too. I believe in you. For those of you who are new to the podcast, subscribe. And for those of you who are longtime girlies, or just girlies who are new but want to support the channel, please give a comment. Genuinely, I read every single one and they mean so, so much to me. So thank you, truly. Even the ratings on the podcast, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, they help me grow. I'm working a full-time job as well. This is just a passion project. I can only dream that it's going to be one day like my actual career. Like, that is my mission in life, to help women like you feel beautiful, feel productive, feel like the best version of themselves, while also like themselves. You know, the big gap with these self-improvement content creators is they are full-time content creators. So I feel like there's a disconnect where with their routines, with their suggestions, because they almost forget after a while of working in that industry that like what it's like to have a busy schedule and have to balance like a full-time school load or full-time work, or even both, or even kids all at the same time is just trying to work on yourself. So I feel like we consume all this content and it's motivating, but then it really stresses us out because we feel like we have to be doing all these things and we just don't have enough time for it. But that is where I come, and I really feel like I want to fill that gap, being like, no matter what, even if this eventually becomes my full-time job, I won't lose sight of that. And I promise to always be giving you realistic tips that actually help you feel like the best version of you without you having to beat up yourself constantly for like, why am I not good enough? Why can't I get all this done? Like, my goal is to not stress you out. My goal is to help you integrate healthy habits into your everyday everyday life to be the best version of you who is still happy, who can still go and eat Taco Bell once in a while, who can still go and watch your movies. I'm not saying you have to cut out everything. I'm just saying here are the healthy habits that this podcast can provide you to help you be the best version of you, period. We forget how truly blessed we are until we are faced with something so incredibly scary that our priorities can completely change in life. People talk about it all the time who've been through really traumatic situations where like they thought all of these things were so like their biggest problems in life until like an actual problem in life came their way. And it's only until then when we're faced with like true adversity where we realize all these things that we think are so important truly are not. So if you're not going through something genuinely traumatic, let's be mindful of that. Yes, our problems are valid. Yes, we can feel bad for ourselves, but we also should move through life with this understanding of gratefulness, just gratitude for everything that we have, to live in a safe country, to be able to have food to eat every single night without being like, where's my next meal coming from? All of these things, yes, I understand they might seem small to you, but until they're taken away from you, you won't realize how much you really should be grateful for them on a day-to-day. But I think it's good as humans to just be aware of this and be mindful and just remind yourself of these things whenever possible. If someone hasn't told you yet today, I am so proud of you. Thank you so much for listening to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I truly feel like we are besties, girl. Like, you don't understand. I'm not just saying that. Like, I feel like I'm speaking to you right now and you're listening to me and I wish I could hear you talk back. But if you have a comment, leave it, girly. I'll read it. I'll hopefully try to respond to it. I promise. I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing things in this world. I am so excited about where you're going. And with that being said, now you have all of the That Girl tips to help you romanticize and build the perfect, ultimate That Girl night routine. The only question left is, are you ready to get up and glow?